This video is going to be a very basic beginner's method on how to solve a 3x3 using my GANS 356 Air SM. Watch how. All right, today I'm going to teach you how to solve a 3x3. I'm going to be using my GANS 356 Air SM. I love this cube. I love the magnetic bump that it has. I'm so used to it by now. But by now you've probably heard enough of how much I love this cube, so I figure it's worth a solve. So with that said, let's go ahead and scramble it. Okay, so as you can see, I have a full scramble, no tricks up my sleeve here. And kind of going right into the cube, the first thing you're going to want to do, and really any cuber should do, is solve for this top cross. I always pick white because I love the GANS logo right there in the center, so you can't really beat that. So first thing you want to do is identify any white pieces that are in the top cross, and I do see one right here. It's the red, so it's pretty simple. Little move here is just rotate it toward aligns with the color in the center here. So again, center there, this color is in place. Next thing you want to do is look for, again, more colors. So I see an orange here and a white there. Again, this could be more intuitive, but here's a little trick you can do. Like, you see this orange, and the orange is right there, and the white's right there, and it needs to be right there. You can just take it and go down like that, up. You didn't take this one out. Now you have this bar intact. So I surf around, and I see there's a white and a green right there. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to align it with the green button. So green and white, green. So that's where I want it to be. Here's the white. So holding this face to my right, I'm going to perform this algorithm. It's just a very simple step, but you'll go R prime, U prime, B, U. And now you have it in place. So you got the red, green, orange. Now all that's left is blue. So let's go ahead and look for that blue. I see blue's right there with the white. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it again towards blue, blue, and the top. So again, taking this piece, holding it to my right, I'm going to perform the same exact step I told you. So it's going to be R prime, U prime, B, U. As you can see, all the pieces of this top cross are aligned with its corresponding colored center. And we can move on from here. So the next step is going to be aligning the top cross corners. So there are a number of corners here all over. So again, a corner piece is going to be, any white piece that has colors. So really any white piece left is all you need. So there's only 4 left to go. I'm going to obviously shoot for the obvious ones. So I'm going to go around and see, like, for instance, here's a white, and it's orange and blue. So I'm going to put this white piece between the orange and the blue. So again, orange, blue, orange, blue. So white. So if the piece right here is facing you, you're going to want to do this step. You're going to want to go F, D, F prime. And now it's in place. So let's go ahead and try that again. So here's a green, orange, orange, green. In this case, the white piece, if you're holding it like this, you always want the cube to be in the bottom right corner. When the white is facing outwards, you'll perform this. R prime, D prime, R. And now it's in place. Going in again, you have red, blue, blue, red. The white's facing you. So again, you're going to go F, D, F prime in place, leaving the last corner. All right, so here's a little trick. So the white is facing down, and it's between the 2 colors. So obviously you can't get it in place. So what I recommend doing is kind of doing, the same move as if you were going to putting it in place. So let's just go ahead and pick a level. So we'll just do right R prime, D prime, R prime. So R prime, D prime, R prime. And then it puts it in place. So now we're going to bring it out. So you're going to go, again, R prime, D prime, R prime. So now it's out, but now it's facing outwards. So now it's this way. So since we know that our white cube is facing outward, we'll be doing, again, R prime, D prime, R prime. So that whole top layer is now solved. All the edge pieces are at their corresponding centers. And now we can start solving the middle layer. Okay, so now going into the middle layer, this step's a little bit fun. Again, if you do F2L, which is a more advanced solving method, and there are a lot of cases with that, and I will make more videos in regards to solving with F2L, but this, for all intents and purposes, is a very basic method. Something that requires very little steps, very little scenario recognition, and you can just go right into it. So again, solving the second layer edge, again, first layer's right there, and you're solved. Now it's time to solve this second layer right here. So first thing you want to do is you want to kind of ignore any pieces with yellows on it. Any edge piece, any little, center edge piece with a yellow on it. So if you see, like, for instance, orange and green, right? Time to align it. So you take that piece, align it with the corresponding center, and green's over here. So since the green is over on this side, holding the cube facing you, you want this piece to go right there. So the green's to the right, and holding this piece right there, you're going to be going to the left. So you're going to go D prime, R prime, D, R, D, F, D prime, F prime. And now it's in place. I'll be doing that plenty more, so just kind of bear with me. And again, you can pause it and rewind it and show that again if you need to. But here's another scenario, and it's going the opposite direction. So we have already this piece is aligned. So orange is aligned to the center, and it's blue. So it's blue's over here. So since you're going to be going to the right, you're going to perform this algorithm. It'll be going D, L, D prime, L prime, D prime, F prime, D, F. And now it's in place. So now you have this intact still. This one's in place. Now it's time to hunt around for other ones. So here's red already aligned. If it was over here, you just bring it in place. And you see that there's green and red. Green's over here. So again, we're going to our left again. And if you need any question or if you have any confusion on this or the algorithm or the steps, again, down below you'll see them here, as well as on the description. I'll have a full list of all the instructions per layer and how to solve it with pretty concise instructions. So again, going here, you have red in the center, green over here to our left. So we're going to go right, and you perform this. D, L, D prime, L prime, D prime, F prime, D, F. And it's in place. Okay, so last but not least, you have the last little edge piece I put in here for the second layer. All the layers have been solved. So now what you want to do is, again, align this blue and red piece so with the blue, and it's going to go right there. So you want it eventually to go left, but to solve for it, you need to go right. When I say right, obviously, I mean this bottom layer. So with that said, you're going to want to go D, L, D prime, L prime, D prime, F prime, D, F. And there you have it. This whole first two layers have been solved. Okay, so now we're on to the last layer here. This is more algorithm heavy, so definitely want to pay attention. Again, I keep all the algorithms down below here, as well as in the description. So there are going to be a number of cases to see. So in this case, I have one yellow bar. However, you might have something that looks kind of like this. You might have the yellow L, or the full-on cross. In some cases, you might have a dot, which dot you can do the same exact algorithm in any direction, and you will have the yellow L. So for all intensive learning purposes, let's go ahead and start with the L. Okay. So you might have your, holding it any direction. You might have the L right here, or right there, or whatever. You just want to make sure that the L is up here. So in the top left corner, so the L is going to be sitting right there. And you're going to perform this step, or this algorithm, or this set of steps. So you're going to hold it like this, again with the L facing in the top left, holding it just like this with that top layer up top. You're going to go F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And you're going to repeat that again. So notice how you have the bar right here, no more L. The last time you do this, or the next time you perform this, you'll have the top or the bottom yellow cross. So again, holding it with this bar completely in line, straight up, yellow up top, perform this again. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And now you have the yellow cross. Okay, so now that we have the top cross, or I should say the bottom cross, the yellow cross, because our first two layers have been solved, we're going to want to go ahead and align these corner pieces. So in this case, I have the blue and the green are aligned, leaving these two other ones not aligned. In most cases, you're going to have 2, 2, 2, 2, and I'm going to be doing this algorithm to get to that move. So with holding the two solved pieces right here in alignment, holding it like this with the yellow up top, perform this algorithm. R, U, 2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, and then you're going to want to go ahead and rotate the whole cube, and then you're going to do this all over again. So now you're going to have the blue and the orange completely solved. And if you have any questions on how to do that, like obviously you're going to just rotate it to where the two solved pieces, again, this solved L, is going to be in the upper left-hand corner. Holding it like this with the yellow up top, go ahead and perform, again, this algorithm. R, U, 2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, U. And there you have it. So you got the red, the green, orange, and the blue all in this cross, completely aligned, leaving the other part, whole bottom two, completely intact. And now we're on to the last two steps. Okay, so in this case, I managed to solve the this edge piece right here and leaving it this all left. For all intensive learning purposes, I want to show you how to go ahead and solve this next step without it already kind of solving itself, which will occasionally happen. Yay for quick solves, but not yay for learning. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and unscramble this and get it to where I need it to be. Okay, so here we have it. So now what you're looking for is, this top cross is already, or this bottom cross, this yellow cross is in place. Again, these first two layers are already intact. And you're going to want to go ahead and look for cubes that are already in the correct placement, but not in the correct orientation necessarily. In some cases, they will be. So for instance, yellow, blue, red. Well, we have yellow, but no blue, no red. So that does not belong. Let's move on. Yellow, green, orange. Well, we got yellow and green, but it's red. So that does not belong. So move on. We got red, yellow, green. Well, red, yellow, and blue. So that does not belong. So we have yellow, orange, blue. Well, yellow, orange, blue. So this piece, though it's not in its correct orientation, it's in the correct location. So you're going to want to go ahead and perform this algorithm with the piece in its correct location to your right bottom. So in the bottom right, holding it right here, you're going to go ahead and perform this. L prime, U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime. Awesome. So in this case, it did solve this. In some cases, it won't. And now you have this right here left to solve. All right, so by now, all your pieces, whether it looks like this, with these two solved in place or not, it's going to be in the correct location. So every piece in this puzzle at this very moment will be in the correct place, but not necessarily in the correct orientation. In this case, I happen to have a solved bar, and I'm going to go ahead and show you, regardless, if you have one or two, you always want to keep either the complete solved edge to your left, or if you have a solved cube, if this one only was in place, you want to hold it to the left, but in the bottom. So you want at least one solved piece to be in the left bottom and holding it like this. So with the yellow up top and the solved, in this case, the solved edge, but the solved piece always in the bottom corner, perform this algorithm. And again, it's going to be fairly long, so I'll go slow, and I'm going to keep it in the bottom here. So you're going to go R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. And then you're going to do the opposite side. So over here, not changing anything about the cube, you're going to go L prime, U2, L, U, L prime, U, L. And in this case, it solved it. But let's go ahead and show you that all over again. So I'll unscramble this and I'll show you that all over again. Okay. So I went ahead and unscrambled it so you can see it all over again. So I have the top cross here. All these pieces are in the correct placement, just not the correct orientation. In this case, I have no solved corner. So I can choose any location. So I'm going to spin it, and this is how I'm going to start solving it. Just to show you that since there's no yellow piece, it's solved in the corner here. I'm going to hold it anywhere I want, like this, and I'm going to go ahead and solve it. This long algorithm, and I'll do it a few times so you'll see it. So it's going to be R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, holding it in place. Go L prime, U2, L, U, L prime, U, L. Well, in this case, nothing changed, so I'm going to do it again. R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, L prime, U2, L, U, L prime, U, L. So now I've got this whole bar solved. So now I'm going to take this, whether it was one piece or two pieces, I'm going to take this solved edge and hold it to my right or to my left. So again, holding the cube with the yellow up top and the solved edge to my left. You're going to go ahead and do the exact same long algorithm again. So it's going to be R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R, L prime, U2, L, U, L prime, U, L. So there you have it. Again, totally solved cube. So I hope this video gave you some insight. If you're a first-time cube solver, and this is your first solve, congratulations. I remember my first time solving a cube, and it was super exciting. And it definitely spun my addiction, which now I've got more cubes than I care to admit. But it all started off with solving a 3x3. So this method, again, was very basic, and I'm going, and if you are interested in more advanced methods, please comment below. I'm more happy to make those videos. I know a lot of methods. I know how to solve a lot of cubes. So with that said, if you're wanting to take this further, again, I have plenty of videos down below. I probably have I have plenty of videos at this point, but there's lots of different cubes you can learn and go from there. But everything kind of starts with this core knowledge of like the 3x3. So again, whether your cube is a budget $1 cube or a really high-end cube, either way, have fun with it. It's a game, it's a puzzle, It's supposed to be kind of challenging, and it's supposed to be fun. So if you learn it, share a friend, share this video if you found value from it. And again, hopefully this starts your quest. And again, if you're just looking to sharpen your skills, keep on doing it. So with that said, happy cubing, and please subscribe.